Hello everyone, welcome to today's presentation. In today's presentation, we are going to respond to a question that is relating with fractions. We are going to arrange the fractions in the question in a descending order. The question reads, in a farm, 1/12 of the animals are donkeys, a third are goats, an eighth are camels, and then 5/24 are cows. The rest are sheep. Arrange the fractions representing each type of the animals in a descending order. So to answer this question, we will need to identify the various fractions that have been involved in the question. So we have 1/12. This corresponds to donkeys. And then we have a third corresponds to goats, and then we have an eighth corresponds to camels. Then we have 5/24 corresponding to cows, and then we have a fraction representing the sheep which we do not know. So in this case we will write question mark here. This corresponds to sheep. So to get the value of the fraction representing the sheep, we will need to calculate the fraction by subtracting all the other fractions from the whole. So let x be the number of animals of all animals. So this implies that if you take x, the total number of animals, and then minus the fraction of x representing the donkeys, so this is minus 1/12 of x, which represents the donkey, plus the number of goats in that farm, which will be a third of x, plus an eighth of x, plus 5/24 of x, which represents the number of cows. If we do this, then we'll get the fraction that is representing the sheep. So this will be equal to x minus, so find the LCM of the denominators. So to add all these fractions, we'll need to find the LCM of the denominators. So we'll have the LCM, this is the least common multiple of 12, 3, 8 and 24. This will give us 24. I'll put in the description below a presentation on how to find the LCM of numbers. For now, 24 is the LCM of 12, 3, 8 and 24. So after you get the LCM, take 24, divide by 12. This will give us 2x. Then you have add 24 divided by 3. This will give us 8. So you have 8x plus 24 divided by 8, you get 3. So this gives us 3x. Then we have 24 divided by 24 gives us 1. Multiply by 5, you get 5x. Then upon simplification, we have x minus, this will be, the denominator here is 24, and then we have 2 plus 8, that gives us 10, plus 3, that gives us 13, plus 5, that gives us 18x. 18x. So to get to the fraction for sheep, so we need to simplify this one out. So we have x minus 18x over 24 So realize that this x is a whole number, so we can always find the LCM between x, which is divided by 1, and 24. So we have the LCM between 1 and 24 is 24, and then 24 divided by 1 gives us 24 multiplied by x. We have 24x minus 24 divided by 24 gives us 1 multiplied by 18x, we get 18x. So the number of sheep will be given by the fraction 24 minus 18 gives us 6x over 24. So we have the value of sheep here equal to 6 over 24. So to arrange the fractions in a descending order, we will need to identify all the fractions. So we have 1 over 12, comma, then we have a third, comma, we have an eighth, comma, we have 5 over 24, comma, and then we have 6 over 24. So the easiest way to arrange these fractions in a descending order, this means we are starting with the largest fraction and then ending up with the smallest fraction. So we will look for the LCM of the denominator, and then for each fraction look for a corresponding representative. So let's look for a common denominator, which will be the LCM. So the LCM of 24, 8, 3 and 12 remains 24. And then we take 24 divided by 12, this gives us 2 multiplied by 1, which gives us 2. And then we are not adding, just put a comma. 24 divided by 3 gives us 8, multiplied by 1 gives us 8. And then 24 divided by 8 gives us 3, multiplied by the numerator here, which is 3. This gives us 3. So 3 is representing an eighth, 8 is representing a third, and then 2 is representing 1 over 12. Then put another comma here. 24 divided by 24 gives us 1, multiplied by 5 gives us 5. Put a comma. 24 divided by 24 multiplied by 6 gives us 6. Now, since each of these numbers is representing a particular fraction, we will use the numbers to help us arrange the fractions in a descending order. So remember the arrangement of numbers in the number line. The least number here is 2, which is representing 1 over 12. Our least fraction is 1 over 12. And then the next smallest fraction is represented by number 3 here. So 3 is representing an eighth, so we have 1 over 8 as a second least fraction. And then we check on the number that follows. So we have 5, which is representing 5 over 24. So we have 5 here over 24, and then we have 6, which is representing 6 over 24. So we have 6 here representing 6 over 24. And then we have the largest fraction being represented by 8, and it is a third. So this gives us the arrangement of those fractions in a descending order, meaning that we are starting with the largest fraction and ending with the smallest fraction. This brings us to the end of today's presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in our next presentation. Thank you.